And now let's move on to unit 10. Perspectives. Okay, perspective is what you see, what you think from your end. Okay, so a perspective is what you see on your end of what's happening. Okay, so let's take a look here at what we have in this unit. All right, look at these pictures here. Okay, look at these pictures and see what has the most unusual perspective. Okay, so if you look here, the boy is at a distance where he looks huge compared to the cars, right? Here, the person in a perspective where the camera is so close that it's as if he's about to put it over a person and cover them. Here we have as if this is the real thing, right? Here you have a woman who's standing and there's a flower. And that flower looks like a dress from our perspective, okay? Here what's happening is the girl is sitting down, okay? And she's holding a mirror on her lap. But what you see is the glass of the reflection. It looks very different, as if she has a hole inside of her. And here a person is using his own shadow to give something, as if he's giving something to himself. It looks so sweet, right? Okay. So which picture has the most unusual perspective? And do you see things the same way as your friends? Sometimes we see things differently, and we don't know what's really happening. So sometimes things can cause arguments, okay? Sometimes things can cause arguments. Let's see, here there was... Alright, so sometimes things can cause arguments between friends because they don't see things the same way. Okay. Now we're going to learn some vocabulary words, okay, that we use really when it comes down to perspectives, okay? So our first one is came up with. Came up with. So whenever we have an idea, okay, you come up with an idea. You come up with an idea. Okay? To think of an idea. So to come up with an idea. Okay, check up on. Check up on. Check up on means to examine and investigate. When you go to the doctors for a checkup, this is called to check up on yourself. Okay? Or if you haven't heard from, let's say, your mother in a while, and you pick up the phone to call your mom, to check up on her, to investigate and examine how is she. Okay? Okay. Come down with, also come up with ideas, and when you come down with something, it's normally a sickness. So come down means with means to get sick. So to come down with a cold. I came down with a flu. Okay, so you need to get sick. So come up with an idea, come down with a cold. Okay, cut down on. Cut down on. Cut down on means to reduce. So if you eat a lot of sugar, to cut down on it means to limit it. Okay, so to limit it. Okay, so to do something less. All right? So to cut down on means to do it less. So cut down on salt, sugar, and fatty foods in order to be healthy. Okay. Do away with. To do away with. All right, means to dispose or throw away something. Okay? So to do away your misery. To get rid of your misery. Do away with. Do away with your duties. Get done with it. Okay. Fall out with. Fall out with. Okay. Fall out means to argue and stop being friends. Okay? So, for example, you have fall in love, you fall out of love. Okay? So you fall in love and you fall out of love. So as if love is a basket or it's a table or like a bed. And as long as you're in love, you're in bed. But if you fall off the bed, you fall out of bed. You fall out of love. Okay? Okay. Fed up with. Fed up with. All right. Fed up with is just fed up with. Okay, so you're tired of something. Become angry and frustrated. Frustrated. Okay? You become angry with something. All right? I am fed up with my computer. The camera keeps stopping. Okay? I am fed up with my computer. The camera keeps stopping. That's an example. Okay. Get on with. Get on with means to have a good relationship with someone. Okay? So I get on with Ahmed. Means we have a good relationship together. Okay? I get on with that person. We are very close together. Okay. Get through to. To get through to, this here means to get through to someone to make them understand. So for example, let's say that you want to go to Qatar for vacation. And your friend wants to go to India. But you have to go to Qatar because you need to visit your brother. Okay? And your friend is very stubborn. No, no, India, 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 India. And so you say to him, look, I have to visit my brother because he's very sick. And then eventually you get through to him. You make him understand. Okay? So as if his head here and his arm. Okay? You get through his head. So it means that you are able to get inside of his head and make him understand. All right? Go on about. All right, go on about. As you see here, like blah, 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 blah. Okay? So to go on about means to just keep on talking. To talk continuously in an annoying way. All right? So to go on about. Sometimes we see people who have ego. They're very proud of themselves. And when they talk, they go on about all of their accomplishments. And you're just, yeah, are you done yet? That's when someone goes on about talking about themselves. It's not good. Okay. Get away with. Get away with means to escape punishment. Get away with means to escape punishment. All right, so for example, the thief got away with money he stole from the bank. The thief got away with the money he stole from the bank. So you see him, he has the money, he's running away. All right? So he needs to escape punishment. Okay, keep up with. Keep up with. So keep up with is to stay on the same level. Okay? Stay on the same level. That's what keep up with means. Okay? So to do something fast enough. To do something fast enough. All right? That's what, excuse me. So keep up with means to do something fast enough. Okay? So I'm going to go running tonight. Can you keep up with me? Can you keep up with me? So can you run as fast as I run? Okay? Okay. To look down on someone. To look down on someone is when you're all the way up here and it means to, who are you? Okay? So it means to belittle someone or to think you are better. Alright, so who are you? You're just, okay? That means to look down on someone. You should not look down on anyone. Okay? Instead, you should not think you're better. We're all equal. Okay? So don't think that you're better than someone. Okay. Look forward to. Look forward to. Look forward to here. This here means to be excited about a future event. To be excited about something. All right? So I am looking forward to our next class. I am looking forward to travel to Asia. I am looking forward to my son's graduation. Okay? Looking forward to means I'm excited about it. I'm happy about it. Okay? All right. Look out for. Look out for. Look out for means to be careful or to anticipate. So look out for my son. This here means to take care of him. Be careful with him. Look after him. Okay? So look out for means to be careful for him. Okay? Okay. Look up to. Look up to. Look up to is a very beautiful expression. Okay? What this here means is that when someone respects you, okay, when someone respects you, they look up to you. Okay? They depend on you. Right? So it means to admire somebody. To admire somebody. So for example, I've always looked up to my father. I've always looked up to my father. He's been an example of what a great man should be. I've always looked up to my father. He's been a great example of what a good man should be, what a great man should be. Okay? So he needs to admire. As you see, the boy here, he admires his father or his brother. Okay? So it means you want to be just like him. Okay. Measure up to. Measure up to. What measure up to means is, it means to measure up to somebody to be as good as them. So, for example, let's say you want to get married. Okay? You want to get married. You have to make sure that you can measure up to your wife. So if your wife has a master's degree, then you should measure up to her and have a master's degree or a doctor's degree. Okay, so you want to be either the same, so measure up to her, or be better, right? Because if you get married to someone, some people, not all cases, and you don't measure up to your wife, you're below her, she may look down on you because she's already up there. So she'll see you down there. So in order for you to be on the same level, you have to measure up to her. So keep up with your wife and measure up to her with knowledge. That way, she doesn't look down on you. Okay? All right, great. Okay. Run out of. Run out of means finish something. All right? Finish something means that you no longer have it. Okay? So to use all of something. So for example, a car, you run out of gas or fuel. When your car is empty, you run out of gas. In your home, okay, you run out of sugar. When your sugar is done, you use all of it, okay? I ran out of sugar, okay? When you have, let's say, chocolate, I ran out of chocolate, okay? So run out of something means to use all of it, okay? Okay, put up with. Put up with is another expression, okay, that you should learn, because sometimes you are put in the most awkward situations and you have to put up with it, okay? So to put up with means to cope and to take it, okay? So what it means here is to tolerate, okay? Something that you just can't do anything about it. So let's say you're on a plane traveling, and let's say you're a girl, and there's a guy who keeps falling asleep. And every time he falls asleep, he falls over to the side on your shoulder. And so he's sleeping on your shoulder, and you feel, right? But you have to put up with it because he keeps falling asleep and he hadn't slept all night long, right? So you have to put up with it. Or you can just and not put up with it at all. But to tolerate it, to just accept it means to put up with it, even though you don't like it, okay? All right. Now read the following report about a car accident and then answer the questions. I am writing this letter to file a report for a car accident in which I was involved on the 5th of February. I was driving my Hyundai 110-9678 in Bandra when a Honda City 7845 came in a rush and hit me from behind. My car was totally smashed and damaged brutally. The Honda City managed to escape from the scene immediately, and I could not hold the driver at that moment. But I managed to take a note of his car number, which I have stated above. The accident not only led to physical damage of the car, but it has also injured me to a great extent. My right shoulder bone has been dislocated, and I have been told to undergo an operation to fix it. I would like you to file a report against the owner and driver of the Honda City. Please take the necessary steps, whatever it may be, to find out about them. With the help of the car number it will be easy for you to locate them. Okay? So now, before we move on, let's just analyze what has happened. Okay? So there was an accident, and we had a hit and run situation. Hit and run means that someone hit someone and then flew. Okay? Hit and run. So he hit someone with the car and did not stay until the authorities came. And he just drove off. Okay? So he's writing to file a report against the Honda City car. Okay? And he was also injured. What happened to him? His shoulder, right shoulder, was dislocated. Dislocated. Okay, so taken out. As well as the car was completely damaged. And he wants them to file a report so that he can get his right from the driver who did this to him. Okay. We have a general idea. Now let's move on and let's check out questions. Okay. When was the accident? Was anyone injured? Did the other driver stay or drive off? Why did the writer make the report? So these are our 4 questions. Now let's reread the text and then we will extract our answers from the text, okay? So when was the accident? Was anyone injured? And did the other driver stay or drive off? And why did the writer make the report? Okay. I am writing this letter to file a report for a car accident. So why was the report made? Because of a car accident in which I was involved on the 5th of February. So when was the accident? The 5th of February. I was driving my Hyundai I-10 9678 in Bandra when a Honda City 7845 came in a rush and hit me from behind. Okay? My car was totally smashed and brutally damaged, or damaged brutally. The Honda City managed to escape from the scene immediately. So did the driver stay or drive off? He drove off. And I could not hold the driver at that moment. But I managed to take a note of his car number, which I have stated above. The accident not only led to physical damage of the car, but it has also injured me to a great extent. So was the driver injured? Yes, he was. My right shoulder bone has been dislocated, and I've been told to undergo an operation to fix it. I would like you to file a report against the owner and driver of the Honda City. Okay? Please take necessary steps, whatever it may be, to find out about them. With the help of the car number, it will be easy for you to locate them. All right, now let's answer our questions. When was the accident? The accident was February 5th. Okay. Was anyone injured? Yes. The one who reported the accident. The one who reported the accident. Did the other driver stay or drive off? He drove off. He drove off. And why did the writer make the report? Okay, to press charges. Okay, to press charges, or what this here means is to file a legal charge against him in court with the government. To press charges against the driver. Okay, so to press charges against the driver. Okay, very good. Okay, now for reported statements. Reported speech will we use reported speech to tell what a person has said without We use the reported speech to tell what a person has said without using the same words. Okay? When using the reported speech, you often have to change pronouns and verb tense. Okay. Now let's analyze this here, and then we will go into a little bit more. So we have direct speech, and we have reported speech. Okay? So direct speech. I am trying to eat. I am trying to eat. She told me that she was trying to eat. You see what happened? So I am trying to eat. Here we have present continuous. Here we have present continuous. And then I said, she told me, that's past simple, that she was trying to eat. So here we have past continuous. So in reported speech, we change things to the past, okay, because it was the past where it happened, okay? So we find the respective tense. So if it's present continuous, we'll use past continuous. If it was present simple, we'll use past simple. We'll be using the past no matter what, okay? All right, here, I am not telling a lie. She told me that she was not telling a lie. Okay? Here, once again, we have here present continuous. I am not telling a lie. She told me that she was not telling a lie. Past continuous. I saw the accident. Okay? I saw the accident. Here we have past. In case you have past, we're going to use past perfect. Okay? So we're always going to be changing the tense. One step behind. Okay? So, I saw the accident. Okay? That's past. He said that he had seen the accident. Here we have past perfect. He said that he had seen the accident. Okay? The cake has disappeared. The cake has disappeared. They said the cake had disappeared. They said the cake had disappeared. We will make a stand. We will make a stand. They said they will make a stand. Okay? Now we're going to take a look at a video, okay, about changing the verbs in reported speech, and then we will continue on to carry out some exercises to have a better understanding of everything. Okay?
Lesson 9. In Lesson 8, we began to talk about the changes we make when we report another person's words. We talked about changing reference words, words like pronouns and possessive adjectives. In this lesson, Lesson 9, we'll continue to talk about the changes we make in reported speech. We're going to talk about how we change verbs. The focus of this lesson will be on these two questions. How do we change verbs in reported speech? When do we need to change the verb tense in reported statements? The first thing we'll talk about is subject-verb agreement. In reported speech, we need to make changes so that the statement is logical. Remember that the subject must always agree with the verb. Let me give you an example. Quoted speech. "I love birthday cakes with flowers," said the girl. Reported speech. The girl said she loves birthday cakes with flowers. We had to change the subject from I to she, and the verb must now agree with she, so we add the ending s, loves. Now let's talk about verb tense. In reported speech, verb tenses often change. That also means that verb tenses sometimes stay the same. How do we know when it's necessary to change the verb tense? Let me give you some guidelines. What's your name?
My name is Claudia.
Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
And Claudia, do Brazilians celebrate birthdays?
We celebrate birthdays just like here. We have birthday cake, balloons, and presents.
Okay. All right. Did you hear what she said? She told us her name is Claudia, and she said she's from Brazil. Claudia said the Brazilians celebrate birthdays just like here in the U.S. She said they have birthday cakes, and balloons, and presents. Did you see that I didn't change her verbs? She said her name is Claudia. She is from Brazil, and Brazilians celebrate birthdays. They have cake, balloons, and presents. I kept the verb tenses because these are facts and these are general truths.